Okay, here we go. This is my first time ever doing a vlog, but as per your requests, a lot of you wanted to see kind of like a day in the life of. I'm not really sure why, because I don't lead the most exciting life, but I'm gonna show you a little snippet of my morning routine and my exercise routine, my home office, where I work, and right now, before we get started, I've actually invited my hairstylist over to my house because this takes a village. So here we go. Something that I hear all the time is just kind of like a general food confusion. And that is that, well, how many calories are we supposed to eat? What if we're trying to lose weight? What if we're trying to gain weight? What we need to remember is that food is giving us energy. It is literally meant to do that. So when you are experiencing things like low energy in your day and you don't have enough mental focus and you don't feel full and satisfied after a meal, it's a pretty good indication that your meal wasn't satisfying for you. I'm just waiting for my toast to toast and the eggs to fry up. I am gonna have some eggs and avocado on whole grain toast. It's kind of like been a typical breakfast for me for a little while now, and it should actually make us feel full. If we are not feeling full, then that wasn't enough food for us. Does that make sense? So today's gonna be an eggs and avocado on toast kind of day, because that's what I'm feeling. We spend a good chunk of the year complaining about not having good weather. So lately I've been taking my journal outside with me and just kind of trying to start my day on a more calm note and then just kind of get some vitamin D in the process. We picked quite the day to do this. It's like about to storm, so I'm gonna go inside to my favorite local health food store. I find a lot of people are actually a little bit intimidated about going into health food stores, so I'm going to show you around a little bit. And I actually used to work here, so it's like my old stomping grounds. Okay, so a question I always get is, what do I put in my salad? So I know that sounds really silly, but I legitimately get that question all the time. So what we want to look at when we're making a salad is we want to make sure that it tastes good for you. I emphasize that part. Number two is if you're eating a salad as a meal, you want to actually load it up like a meal. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. But for now, we're going to get our base, which is, I like to do like a leafy green base. So I'm going to pick up some veggies. Okay, I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but I keep saying a lot of people don't realize that. But the reality is, when I do nutritional consulting, I find that literally a lot of people don't know this stuff, and that's okay. That's what I'm here for. So basically, what I educate people on in our nutritional sessions is that we want salt in our diet, but we don't want just any salt. We want real salts. So we want sea salt, pink Himalayan salts, mountain salts, those types of things are considered real salts from the earth. So this is where this section is so key. And I like to actually sprinkle a little bit of salt in my salads as well too. So this is where I pick it up. A really awesome one that I always recommend is this one. It's my favorite because it's mixed with a little bit of herbs as well too, so it kind of like jazzes up your salad. Okay, so I know a lot of people out there are having their salads plain or just using half the dressing, and what I always say is if you're only using half the dressing because it has too many calories or you don't trust the ingredients, then you don't have the right dressing. So what I always do is make my own dressing. And the simplest way to do that is just to get your favorite oil and your favorite type of acid, either apple cider vinegar or red wine vinegar. I like to use lemon juice or lime juice myself. And so this is where we are. We're gonna pick up, I usually just do an extra virgin olive oil. So I'm gonna grab one of these. But there's a whole bunch of different types of oils that you can use. There's hemp oil, there's flax oil, and then apple cider vinegar is conveniently in the same section too. So I'm just gonna grab one of these two. Okay, so something quick and easy that I always like to use to load up my salads with proteins and fats is the nuts and seeds section. And so what I do is I have a bunch of these in mason jars, of course, at my house. And so whenever I'm making a salad and I don't have enough protein or enough fat to really load it up, I'm just like sprinkling some of these on it. Okay, so I actually get this question all the time. What I always get in my coffee is, this is my order. You say it like this. 1 tall iced coffee, light ice. You want to ask for light ice because then you get like more of the coffee. And 1 pump of regular vanilla. I don't do sugar-free because I don't know what's making it sugar-free. And then I ask for coconut milk on the bar. I always try to bring my own mason jar too, because, you know, environmentally friendly. So that's my drink. I've tried to make my room as white and wispy and calm as possible. Have my meditation corner, my vision board right above it. It's coming together really nicely. This is it, my home office slash studio space of sorts, and kind of like classroom as well too. I'm just kind of trying some new things these days, but this is where I see my clients. So holistic nutrition is actually a second career for me. Um, Years ago, I used to work in children and youth programming, and I did that for about 8 years. I was a manager at the YMCA, and I loved it until it just wasn't a great fit anymore. And so I decided to quit my full time job, say goodbye to the salary, and put on my backpack and go back to school. And I always wanted to do something with nutrition, but I just never really knew what the possibilities were. I didn't know what the options were. And I knew that I wanted to pursue some aspect of nutrition that involved healing of some sort. Again, I just didn't really know what that looked like. And so I did a little bit of research, found the Institute of Holistic Nutrition. I went to the Mississauga campus, and I loved it. I fell in love with every single aspect of it. And now, through the magic of the internet, I get to work with clients from literally all over the world, and I love it. I get to help people to basically change their relationship with food and break out of that cycle of thinking that we need a certain number of calories just to live. We actually need food in order to thrive and live our best life. So I just love talking to people and just teaching them how powerful food can be. This right here is the Instagram spot. As you can see, it's the spot with the best lighting, sometimes the worst lighting. There we go, so a little bit better. If you follow me on my Insta stories, this background probably looks super familiar to you. If you follow my Insta stories, it is almost 5 o'clock, meaning it is time to hustle for yoga. Why do I hustle when it comes to yoga? I don't know. It's something that I'm working on, but seriously, it's almost time. I'm gonna go hustle now for real. Okay, second favorite Starbucks drink. Sometimes you want something refreshing, not caffeinated. In comes my iced passion tea. So what I order is a passion tea, iced, light ice. I always do light ice, so I get more of the drink. I get 1 pump of vanilla, and I usually ask for no lemonade. It's just a little bit too sweet for me with the lemonade, so this is refreshing enough on its own. Okay, so I'm gonna wind down soon and get ready for bed. I tried to be in bed and everything shut down by about 11:30, and we're getting really close to 11:30 right now. So I'm gonna try to hustle, and I'm gonna show you my face washing routine. I usually use some sort of oil base, and then I use a warm, damp washcloth to kind of just wash everything off. That way there's a little bit of exfoliating happening as well too. And then once I'm ready for bed and I have my pajamas on and I'm nice and cozy, I switch my phone onto airplane mode. So it's something that I've been doing for a little while now, and it just helps me to just shut my mind off. There is no notifications coming through. There's no lights or sounds or anything like that. But obviously, once you turn your phone back on in the morning, that's when you would be getting the messages, which is kind of what we want, right? Like, we don't want to be getting messages while we're sleeping anyways. So that's something I've been doing for a while now. So I'm gonna go wash my face, get ready, and come shut off my phone. can do it.
Storage is full.
What?
The storage on my phone.
Okay, so what a lot of people don't... I don't like that one. Okay, okay.
Okay, go.
Okay, so a question that I always...
Sorry, I was covering the mic. Go back.
Okay, cut. I didn't know we were stuck.
We're still recording.
Oh, okay. This is it. My home office. Try that again.